Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Sooners will kick it away to start. A special teams miscue right off the bat, and they'll take over in really good field position. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
And the Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air, it's Sayin. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got room on the return. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Oof, and after that pick six, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There's tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. You've got a lot of ball left to play. You've got to keep going.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'd love to get something started here, down 6-0. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Trying play action. Finds his man. It's Peoples. Turning it on. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground.
And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking for a man. It's Sayin. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Offensively, I think we got to be a little bit more creative at this point. 2 plays ago, gain of no yards. Last play, he just gave up a sack. Let's think outside the box. This is a golden opportunity to put a touchdown on the board.
Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the move. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position, you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown. That's a great drive by the offense.
A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. First down. Catch in the middle, it's Gibson. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The play-action fake. Looking to the big tight end. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And we talk to teams week after week, and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They punted away on 4th down. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Motion from the wideout. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
They make the stop, but how about the shot this sophomore quarterback took as he delivered the ball? 3rd and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
Now, 4th down.
The Buckeyes come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Play action on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and they hit through.
And the quarterback will be slowed down back at the 43. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. The short hands, it's Barnes. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Oh, he got loose. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He fires one deep over the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Punt is on its way. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the 1st half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his guard...
Going over the top. He's got it up to 30. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Mateer. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. At the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. What momentum you get when the defense comes out with a play like that. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form the wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 15, here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. He's looking to throw. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground.
There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. He wants to throw it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Finds the tight end. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down. And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield on 1st down. He wants to go deep. And he reels it in inside the 30. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Peoples. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake. Fires to the right. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He's down right at the 17, and the clock will stop to move the chains on the 1st down.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the 1st half, because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the 1st half.
Here's a heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Throws to the tight end. He's got it. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Tight ends are supposed to be the quarterback's security blanket, especially down here in the red zone. And that time, he just dropped it.
One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense got it. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. The Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter. Trying to burn this defensive back. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, and if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. To throw, it's Mateer. Here comes the heat. Grab near the marker, it's Burks. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry up. The give to the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in this pass.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Quickly out to the tight end. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Soft spot in the middle. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
He wants to throw it again. Got the quick pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
On the option. Hiding for the goal line, and the ball's out. Defense has it. They're on the move.
Ball security is job security. You got to secure that football with two hands. I know it gets close and you want to reach it out, but you got to hang on to that football. Man, that's a missed opportunity on that two-point conversion.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Pulls and throws out the RPO. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down bunker.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his second catch so far in this game.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Offense breaks the huddle on third down. Grab behind the line. It's Tate. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He's got it on the run. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
This is kind of like Vegas and gambling. You got a big completion there on third down. You've set up fourth. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on fourth down, hoping to get a touchdown.
The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Now the play fake. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Barnes. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Snagged out of the air. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. They have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily to pick up this first down on 3rd and short. How about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
He gets up to the 15-yard line as they're working their way away from their own end zone.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the #1 team in the country unless they can pull it together here in the final moments. And the Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Pressure coming. He's got it wrapped up.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the 2nd play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Hand off from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This defense is playing with a chip on its shoulder. Like, they knew this guy was a great running back, and they took pride shutting him down today. So many guys near the line of scrimmage, so aggressive. Priority #1 was stopping that great running back. And not only have they done that, he has negative yards rushing on the day.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Barnes. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
I just love when running backs make those decisions, and when they get close to the sideline, some will take that advantage and step out of bounds not to get hit. But I love when they do like this and stick your foot in the ground, get downhill, get some positive yards because it helps your offense on the next down.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll ride his man on the option. Quick toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this This has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. To throw, it's Mateer. Pulls it in, it's Burks. Inside the 30. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. What a battle this game was. Went right down to the end. #1 team in the land gets knocked off. But sometimes this gives you a chance to recalibrate some things, guys.
Yeah, and they're going to have to go back and watch this film and face some tough truths as well, because we...
Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Back to throw. It's Stockton. Under fire. Hit as he throws. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Frazier. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Georgia sends out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. The kick is on its way. He'll take it on the return. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback adapted. Going for a big play right off the bat. Reels it in down the left side. Wide open space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown LSU.
That is so hard to defend. QB wants to make a play from the pocket, but does a great job escaping to his left, eyes down the field. Palmer, he looked like a young, athletic Jesse Palmer, getting outside the pocket and throwing a dime.
I would have torn my ACL if I had tried to roll out to my left like that in my playing days, but how about this quarterback keeping his eyes downfield, never quitting on the play, and finding a viable option and delivering an accurate throw so that he can advance it after the catch and take it all the way into the end zone.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Unloads to the right. Pulls it in. It's Bell. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. Got it behind the line. It's Bell. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Got his man out of the backfield. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Tight end now in motion. Rides the back on the option, the give. Oh, he's got some space. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Makes the grab. It's Branch. They make the stop, but the sweet pull and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting his defense on alert early.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Looking for room. It's Frazier. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Now, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Grabbed over the middle, it's Bell. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They flipped into the field and we're ready to play.
Georgia, 0.
Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to fire. He's got it and still on his feet. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Dogs! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
The run game is good. The balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Hand off from the shotgun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll run play action. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there. If I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Finding an escape route. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Caught behind the line. It's Frazier. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Keeps looking downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to pass, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. He's got it on the left. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. So now it's second and long. Off play action. He fires one deep down the right side. Makes the grab deep.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. They'll give it to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. It's Stockton. Wide open
QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. And they've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
And the extra point was good. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Going right to work up top. With the catch, it's Anderson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking downfield very late in the half. Makes the grab, it's Anderson. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage,
oh, he wants it all. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it, so the windows are not going to be very...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. He can haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Off the play fake on first down. A shot toward the end zone, and they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
Here on third down, you might want to protect the field goal, but you have to stay aggressive. Looking to throw at Stockton. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
He's stopping behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You're bringing the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack.
Gonna take a shot. Makes the grab plenty for the first down. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And that is such a backbreaker for the defense. Fourth and long, they're expecting throw that time. Everybody's got their eye on the QB, and still somehow they let the guy get in behind him for the long touchdown. That simply cannot happen.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Stockton. Got it in the middle, it's Branch. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They want to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points. The extra point here would tie the game. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. On the move to the right, looking for a big one.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Now adjusting. That's caught. It's Anderson. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Gonna take a shot. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. He's loose. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end. But forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on 4th down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
He'll bring it out. It's Jones. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Off play action on first down. He fires to the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Love the coverage on the back end. The defenders staying right by the receiver and the intended target. As a result, that ball's incomplete.
Trying play action. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
To the air, it's Stockton. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
Really good third down defense, man. Understanding the sticks and getting him in 3rd and long, first of all, is where they won first. And then playing the pass, breaking on the football, forcing a 4th down and in their own territory for the offense. Great job by this team.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He rifles one deep to the left. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Quick step and go. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. They go back to work for the first down in the final period of this one. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's looking deep. And he dropped it. Oh, what a missed opportunity. Nobody around. Just had too much time to think about it. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Breaks the tackle.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, LA.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try to run for it. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning in here to save some clock.
Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense. They fake it, pitch it to the tight end. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead.
34, Georgia, 21.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Looking for a huge play. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.